Hello students, let us do a new chapter which is electromagnetic induction. During the coronavirus time of the last year, I did lot of physics videos and then school opened and then we stopped it. I could not shoot videos. So once again we are having second wave and now the schools are closed. So I thought I will continue shooting videos. I want you all to take care of yourself. Boards exams have been not announced a date and you know the situation. So now at this point of time, keep yourself safe and follow the procedures like washing hands and wearing the mask and everything. Even I too. Yeah, I wear the mask regularly. Yeah, full mask properly. Yeah, since I am shooting the video, I am not wearing the mask. Keep physical distancing. Keep yourself emotionally strong. Keep your mind strong. You are not going to lose anything. Yes, the exams are postponed. Nothing will happen. Yes, we all also studied physics and this and that. And life is a very long process. So don't worry about anything. The exams will be conducted, let us say, and then you write the exams, and I hope these videos will be useful for you. Yeah, understand the concepts and then learn it. Thank you. I go into the video. Electromagnetic induction. We already studied about magnetic effects of current. Okay, so what we did in this, we allowed current to flow through a wire, and when current flows through a wire, a magnetic field is produced around it. We said that, okay, a magnetic field is produced around it. This was Ørsted's discovery. But later, Michael Faraday, we can say Faraday, okay, Faraday. What did the Faraday do? He thought the reverse of this, right? You allow current to flow through and magnetic field is produced. He thought if we can do something with the magnetic field, if I change the magnetic field over an area, that is called magnetic flux. When I change the magnetic flux, can I induce a current? It was a classical thought on the part of Michael Faraday, right? So let me write his full name. Michael Faraday. Yes. Now, how is this experiment done? Very simple. What he did is, he took a piece of wire, yes, and then he connected a small bulb to this, right? Like this, you can imagine there is a bulb to this. Yes. Now, there is no cell or battery here. So, the bulb will not glow. Yes, you know very well, the bulb needs a source for it to glow. There is no source here, no electric source, so it will not glow. So what he did is, he took a magnet. Yes, I am going to show you. Yes, he took a magnet. Yes, this is a magnet with north pole and south pole. And what he did is, so this is the magnet now I am taking, right, with its north pole and south pole. And you know, magnet is there, magnetic field is around it. You know that very well. Yeah, magnetic field is surrounding that. Okay. And let me draw that first. Okay. Magnet is a dipole. So the field lines will start from north and ends in south, and also north and to south. And inside it also will be from south to north. You know that is the magnetic field line property. Now, when the magnetic field is there B, when you move this magnet like this, what will happen? The magnetic field lines will get cut. It will get disturbed. The magnetic field lines will get disturbed. So, what will happen? We say magnetic flux, that is B into A, the area of the coil which you have taken the area, then the magnetic flux will change. What is happening? Magnetic flux is changing. Yes? Listen carefully. I taken a piece of wire, you can imagine, yes, I will take a piece of wire like this, okay, I will make it into a circular form like this, okay, and I am going to connect a bulb here. Let us say this is the bulb is there. Now I keep it like this and take this magnet and bring the magnet close to the loop. So when I bring it close to the loop, what will happen? The magnetic flux is changing. When the magnetic flux is changing, it will induce a current and the bulb will glow. It will induce a current due to the change in the magnetic flux, and that will make the bulb to glow. And this is the concept of Faraday's electromagnetic induction. So what is electromagnetic induction? It is inducing an electric current by changing the magnetic flux. We don't say magnetic field because it is traveling over an area. So because of that, we use the word magnetic flux. So when magnetic flux changes, an electricity electricity or EMF is induced. I hope you understand the concept. Yeah, in olden days the word was EMF. EMF is nothing but potential difference greatly, close to that. Okay, now our voltage, you say, in those days in 1830 and 40s and all, the word voltage was not used, EMF was used. You know the difference between EMF and potential difference. It's a very little difference only. So the concept of electromagnetic induction. What is electromagnetic induction? The inducing electricity by changing magnetic flux. This phenomenon is called electromagnetic induction. Electromagnetic induction is the phenomenon of inducing electricity by changing the magnetic flux. Okay, inducing EMF also you can say. Now, when I take this, for example, I can also do this. I can take a piece of wire and I can take a galvanometer. You know, galvanometer measures small current, right? So this is the center point and this side is 30 and this side is 30. So it will deflect right or left. Only a small milliampere. They are all measured in milliampere, 10 power minus 3 ampere. Yeah, small current. So I can connect this to positive, two terminals, no positive, negative. I can connect it like this and then allow this to see there will be a deflection in the galvanometer. We can notice a deflection in the galvanometer. So this is the simplest way. Why? What is the reason for that? I have to tell you that more clearly. Yeah, by just placing like this a single loop of wire, you can't make a bulb to glow, because the induced EMF will not be sufficient enough to make a bulb glow. Not that much. It is just only for the introduction of theoretical concept I have used the word, but in reality you need many turns of coil. You need many turns of coil. What do you call many turns of coil? A solenoid. We need a solenoid. You know, minimum you should have 200 to 300 turns of coil, and then you will find that when the magnet is a strong magnet is been pushed, then magnetic field will be produced. Now what I am going to do, I have got a long piece of insulated copper wire. I am going to make a solenoid. What do we do that? Just to take a cylindrical object and wind it on that. You wound, okay, I wind it on that. It has got so many windings, right? See, what I am doing is I am winding it. Yes. Now I got a solenoid. Yeah. See, I got a solenoid with me. A solenoid. A solenoid is circular one. Yes, it's in cylindrical form, having so many turns of insulated copper wire. I got a solenoid. Now what I need to do? I have to take the galvanometer, yes, and connect it to the two ends of it. Let me connect to the two ends of it like this, okay? Yeah, let me just to put it like this. I can insert it in upward direction also. Yes, these are all just an idea. I'm not going to, I'm saying that immediately current will be produced and you will be able to see the light. No, it's all just only for a theoretical demonstration. Yes, now you see, I got a galvanometer and I got a solenoid. What I got with me is a solenoid. Yes, now what you find actually is in the figure. Yes, now I connected a galvanometer. Yes, there is no source of energy. There is no battery, no cell. So the coil is like this, right? This is a solenoid. Now I bring a magnet. This is north pole and this is south pole. You know, magnetic field lines are acting. Yes, magnetic field lines are surrounding. Yes, surrounding this magnet is there. Okay. Now what is going to happen? We are going to push the magnet into the coil. Yeah, solenoid is there. I am going to now push the magnet into the solenoid, center of the solenoid. When I insert it, what will happen? The magnetic field lines will get cut. When magnetic field lines over an area get cut, we say magnetic flux is changing. When magnetic flux is changing, according to Faraday's law, what will happen? An EMF is induced. When EMF is induced means the current will flow. When current flows, that is the induced current. How is the current coming? Because of change in the magnetic flux, and that is the process of electromagnetic induction, inducing current by changing the magnetic field. So this is what. So you can see this. I can try this. Yeah, and like this. Yes, in this case, when I got around 20-30 turns, you will find a slight deflection can be seen. Yeah, very slight, very minute. But if you want to do it as a practical and you wanted to experiment, yes, you can of course experiment. It's not costly. Take insulated copper wire, which you will find it, get it in the winding shops, you know, like fan, where they are repairing motors, fan, cooler, any motor they are winding. In winding shop, you ask them, they will give you insulated copper wire. It will be around 20-30 rupees. Yes, and you wind it more number of turns, right? You can turn one about the other. It will not a problem. It will not cause any problem. That insulation is there, mild insulation, not like this thread. It will be another coating. Okay, so that, and use an ordinary magnet, and you connect a LED, light emitting diode, which will only consume less power, so it will glow. This you can see in practically happening, right? So what I have done here now, I have introduced you to the concept of electromagnetic induction. Now you may have a doubt, sir, is it necessary that we should only allow a magnet? Is there any other way to produce induced EMF? Yes, of course, we can produce. How? See, take a solenoid. Okay, you will find it little confusing with this diagram. So let me draw like this, okay, for your understanding. So there is a solenoid. Yes, and I am connecting a galvanometer. This is without anything now. Let us call this coil A. And I bring another coil. Yes. Now, into this coil, what I will do, this is also insulated. This is that I am going to connect a battery. Positive, negative. Positive, negative. Yeah, like this. And variable, change it. Because change. Now what will happen? According to the magnetic effect of current, when current flows through this solenoid, what will happen? a magnetic field is produced. So what will happen here? It will produce a magnetic field, right? And it will produce a magnetic field. Yes, like this. Okay. Now they both are interacting with each other. This coil B is producing magnetic field, or magnetic flux is going to be there. When there is going to be variable change, then coil A will induce a current, and that can be noted with the help of a galvanometer. It's very simple. Either you have a permanent magnet or north pole and south pole, or you also can have another coil, right? When you connect the coil to the cell or a battery and allow the current to flow through, magnetic field is produced in coil B, and that magnetic field, when changes over a particular area, the magnetic flux across the coil A changes. The change in magnetic flux induces an EMF and a current flows through the circuit, and that is called electromagnetic induction. In the next video, we will study about Faraday's laws of electromagnetic induction. And this is just an introduction for you. I hope you understand, right? Thank you so much.